Hey, welcome to Lyrical Waxing again, and today, whatever happened to the MiniDisc?
It's a Sony.
So, some of you will know this story well. Japanese tech industry giant launches digital format that promises recordable media, the first of its kind, up against the humble, dowdy analog cassette. However, the price point for the MiniDisc isn't kind to its core market, and the little players struggled desperately for a full decade, unloved by most except a rabid small fan base, before finally succumbing to a recordable compact disc and finally then disappearing forever. So fine, failed portable audio system, never makes it big, disappears forever. So what, footnote in history. But what fascinates me about another surpassed audio format is that unlike the cassette, which you can find in thrift stores, through eBay, garage sales, Gumtree, all over the place, you never ever see MiniDiscs in the wild, secondhand or new or in any other way. They just aren't out there, and if you go looking and you find some, it is a 1 in a million shot. They're just not around. Sure, the cassette had decades of penetration and was produced in the millions, so of course some have inevitably survived. But for a format that lasted 10 years and had a plethora of big name artists released in decent quantities, you're more likely to find a Betamax tape than a single MiniDisc in the wild these days. I was in Tokyo, Japan for Christmas in 2018, and despite us looking, we could not find a single MiniDisc in the wild, in the streets, despite looking pretty hard. And this in the country that birthed them. I was in Japan in 1993 as well, and they were everywhere. That's how it was. And no, I'm not talking about the blank media either. Those are around from time to time because, let's face it, they don't have much collectible or useful appeal right now. The retail versions of huge hitters like Jeff Buckley, Elton John, Bowie, Dylan, etc. are just not around. You don't see them out in the wild, occasionally on eBay, but never in junk stores. They're just really not available. So why? My theory is that the small production runs and limited availability of a now dead format means the ones that are out there, for those huge names I mentioned before, are being very tightly held indeed. Collectors are doing what collectors do, hoarding these hard-to-get items in their stashes, and very few are making themselves known to the public anymore. Discos has them, and so does eBay, at all kinds of prices, so they do exist of course, but I don't think another format provides quite as much of a challenge to find in the wild as the little MiniDisc does. What are your experiences with MiniDiscs? Do you ever see them for sale? Do you ever find them out in the wild? Love to hear your experiences, let us know below. Thanks for watching Lyrical Waxing, see you again soon.